You are listening to the Hello Sport podcast.
Fuck Qantas.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Fuck airlines that aren't Virgin. To be honest, I haven't had a bad Virgin experience
I was saying that to Elza this morning. She said, "Fuck that." She said, "Oh, they never fuck up Qantas this year." And I go, "Well, they've fucked up twice, and that's twice more than Virgin."
And but then like twice. Are you talking about twice in 2 days here, or are you talking about they fucked us up before?
No, I'm saying in general, in our work life, in our in the time of the podcast, we've been fucked over, and this is the second time. You could potentially call it a third
because they fucked up twice. So hey, cancelled your flight because we're going to Melbourne today. Sorry, and then cancel your flight. Got to. Let's see what happens.
I'll allow every now and then, Tom. Rarely as fuck that a flight may be cancelled.
I think it happens too often.
Let me finish. If you're going to move me, okay. Make me shift my life around, then you want to fucking guarantee me that spot on the next flight.
Yeah, make sure that I'm not fucking you twice.
Yes.
Now, we're also a little miffed that our emergency exit seats were lost in the cancellation as well, and now your two dads are sitting down the back fucking with our knees around our heads. Not the end of the world, though. But not ideal. Because you get in early, you ask for the exit row, couple of taller boys, be nice to have a little bit of leg room, whatever, it's a small, short flight. But then, to wake this morning from a restful 8 hours, I didn't take the piss last night, got to bed, restful as fuck, sort of, kids are sick again, to wake and see a message from my fucking mate Eddy that says, it's a screenshot, Qantas, hey, we've overbooked the flight. Because that's what we do, because we refuse to lose a fucking cent. So we'll just overbook every motherfucker we can, or we'll cancel it. We'll either cancel it or we'll overbook it. And then if it's overbooked, you can maybe move for a fucking another time to a third flight, or you just go and fuck yourself.
I hope and I pray, Tom, that message only went out to us in the hope that maybe if we felt like it would move. Because you and I have been moved before, and we were promised after such moving that we wouldn't be moved again. Now, if I was to get to the airport today, knowing that the next available flight's at 3...
Oh, that's the next... Is that just at Qantas or like across the board?
Well, it's Qantas. But I will be an unhappy little camper.
No, I'll
be an unhappy little Vegemite.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get my stamping feet on.
Yeah. Get your Kazza.
Stamp them.
Put your Karen name badge on.
Yeah.
And get
Not good enough. We've already been cancelled, moved... and then moved again. Fuck that.
I don't want to be... I've been moved. I don't want to be abused.
Now, you know why I feel like they could fuck us, Eddy?
Because we're up the back?
No, but
yes. It feels like a natural spot to start looking.
Let's start looking.
Let's start at the back.
Yeah.
The very back.
But we don't share a last name, unfortunately. So I feel like we're just two individual people that they can just
We book through the business. It's a business booking. We are under the same umbrella of Shane Keith Productions. May you rest in peace. So I would find that highly uncouth.
It'd be in the extreme.
Highly uncouth.
In the extreme. Extremely uncouth.
Yes. Now
highly uncouth.
Now this is a shout out to our good friends at Virgin who have yet to fuck Tom and I.
No.
Dear friends of ours.
Yeah.
If you want to be friends of the show.
We'd love to strike up a friendship.
100%. As for you, Alan,
of $23 million a year salary, fame, for what? You fuckers make so much profit, which is cool. You're a business. I get profit. I worship at the altar of profit. But for fuck's sake, don't fuck the punter and the dribbler because you can't spare a few dollary dues. Stop fucking us all.
Stop fucking us. If you're doing what was the profit line in the billions?
No, it's like 6 or 7 billy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it was Billy. Started with a B, Tom. Yeah. That's what I do know. We all know that 12 o'clock flight from Sydney to Melbourne was good to go. You just didn't fill the fucker.
Yeah.
And now you're fucking me. That's what you're doing. Send it up there a couple of seats light.
Yeah.
Wear the $300 or whatever it is.
You're a fucking airline.
Get on with the job.
Get us on the plane. Fuck you.
Now, you might be saying to yourselves, geez, the boys are pumped up for a Monday. Well, that's because we like things to be seamless.
Listen, I will say this, because last Thursday we went to the Goldie up and back to chat to potentially someone who plays for the Gold Coast Titans.
Potentially used to play for Manly, potentially won a comp, potentially named Kieran.
Potentially. But we can't reveal anything yet. But that was a seamless trip. I still hate Jetstar, and
Same.
that's the problem. I still hate them.
Well, you and I hated them for a different reason. We flew out Virgin, seamless. Flew back Jetstar, seamless, but huge but, massive but. And you might be sitting there going, you fuckers.
You've lost touch.
You've lost touch with the common man. And that may well be true.
But I feel like
But is
I
this-
feel like everyone hates fucking flying in the air, like they're getting butt fucked by the airlines. This is a common man problem.
That's right.
If I was complaining about the state of the filet mignon in first class, then sure, that'd be a little bit fucking checked out. You know, maybe I don't get it anymore. But as it stands,
The dom
I'm
wasn't
yet
cold
to have
enough.
a single issue with the filet mignon in first class
Exactly.
or the dom. It's always
Exactly.
perfectly chilled.
It's perfectly chilled. Absolutely gorgeous. It's refreshing and it's cooling.
Yeah.
The problem we had as we shuffled into our exit row seats, don't know if we mentioned it before, tall boys, both over 6 foot. Toddler didn't deserve to be there.
But he was there as a friendship, like an offer of shit.
But we thought, you know, you've been working hard. You can have an exit row too for extra $20, whatever it is. We sit down, and to our dismay,
a disgust.
our disgust, we'd noticed they had actively removed punters and dribblers the little netting, the webbing, the pocket on the back of the seat in
pouch.
front of you.
The
pouch.
kangaroo pouch.
The kangaroo pouch where your phone goes, where your wallet goes, where your headphone case goes, where your sunnies go,
Bottle of
where your
water.
ticket goes, where your bottle of water goes. We're all at sea, marooned, nowhere to fucking stick anything.
No.
Shit's falling over the floor. My water bottle hit the fucking ground 3 or 4 times.
And then when you
Lost
did
my
try,
phone,
when you
Toddler
did try
had
to
to pick it
find
up for
things
me.
to put your phone into that, you can't put it there. It's like, well, you've actively made this a shitter experience by removing every single kangaroo pouch from the back of these fucking chairs. So I'm going to have to find ways to store my shit. I had my jumper on my lap, flying up with Virgin. Sure, why wouldn't you hold your jumper on your lap? Seems like a good spot to have it. Virgin, all good. Coming back on Jetstar, it was on my lap, and they go, you can't have that on your lap for takeoff. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? You can't have it on your lap for takeoff. And I'm like, you're going to have to put it in the overhead or you're going to have to put it on. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just put it on. And then the chick comes back and she goes, or you can just stick it behind your back. I'm like, what do you mean? Just jam it down behind your back. So I'm jamming my jumper down here and sitting like forward. I'm like, what is this solving? What the fuck is different about this? Like, it actually made no sense. And then again, like exit row, obviously you get the very thorough briefing on in the case of an emergency, how you save the day.
I'd argue it's getting more thorough.
Dude, this chick couldn't have been more checked out. Now listen, I kind of respect that because no one really thinks that like anyone's surviving a fucking plane crash, right? 99 times out of 10. It is what it is. Obviously, we hope that we do.
Listen, I mean, although...
Shout out to Sully, right? But
I was going to say shout out to Sully Miracle on the Hudson, but that's rare as hen's teeth.
it's rare as hen's teeth. So, like, you come over. All I really need to know is if I am going to be a part of a Sully, rare as hen's teeth, how do I open the door? Which, that's all you need to tell me. But otherwise, like, it is so... They're not even... like, they've got it down to such a... like she could be thinking about 10 different other things, but she knows exactly what to say. It's like, are you willing and able to help in the case of an emergency? And you just pull down the latch here and open here and here. Are you good? Yeah, sure.
She sounded like someone selling beef at a bloody cattle yard.
Yeah,
sale yards.
or one of those people. What are they called? Like spruikers. They're outside of a butcher and they're trying to get you to try like a little bit of sausage. Come on, everyone, run up! Got these fresh rosemary and lamb sausages. There you go. You want to try this? You're like, all right, whatever.
Yes, I will try.
Fresh as you get. No, well, of course I'm going to try some. They sound delightful. But Jetstar, look, can't...
Put your pockets back on. Would a Joey survive outside of its mother's pouch? No, it wouldn't.
So how do you expect us to survive?
That's
without
exactly right. Inso facto, put them back on.
Put them on.
I mean, Jesus Christ. And don't...
You've actively made it worse.
And also, don't sit there and bullshit me about some exit row safety crap because the fucking tray table sticks out further than the pouch ever would. So it's not a space issue.
No, it's not.
It's a fucking the punter and the dribbler issue. That's what it is.
But it seems like they're going, well, you do pay less, so we're going to try and make it cheaper. Like, as in we're just going to... Are they saving on weight?
No, we paid more for those seats.
No, but I mean, generally, Jetstar costs less. So they've just gone, well, we want to make this a shitter experience because you're paying less money.
But I never got that. It's like they're actively trying to make it a shitter experience. Where I'm just like, if you just did the bare minimum, right, without taking things away that I would consider the bare minimum, like the pouch.
Yeah.
then I'm probably thinking about using you more.
I'd love it because it was seamless, but it wasn't because you removed all the fucking pouches and because I had to stick my jumper up my ass essentially just so I could sit in the fucking seat.
Yeah, not good enough.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
But particularly from Qantas of Alan Joyce on 23 million a year fame / Billy's in the prof fame / laying off workers like it was fucking going out of fashion. I heard somewhere as well the other day, and again, take this with a grain of salt because I heard it somewhere the other day, but that they were given JobKeeper money, Qantas, to pay fucking people and they just laid them off and kept the money during COVID.
Did they have to give it back?
I think that's what people are calling for. I don't know whether they have. But again, that is potentially untrue.
Yeah.
Don't come for me, Alan.
It's alleged.
It's alleged. But also heard it somewhere.
Yeah. Now, AJ, you can make this whole situation better by showering us in points and status credits. If you were to do so, maybe a bump up to BC. All's forgotten. All is well.
We'll delete the episode.
No, we won't. We'll leave it here as a marker.
Yeah, as a threat.
As a yardstick to be better. You're looking for improvements? 1% sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Starts here. Shout out to Virgin and shout out to Branson, my old mate.
Yeah. They just haven't fucked up yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm sure they will, but they haven't. They
Not
just
yet.
seem to be better. And we were even talking about it, right? Price point, experience-wise, I mean, Jetstar's a pile of shit. No kangaroo pouches, right? Like, that's fucking...
For its price, for the price point, punters and dribblers. Again, not an ad, but it could be. Virgin is priced sensationally well, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, in our opinion.
Yes, in our opinion. We share opinions.
Yeah, we do.
We don't actually have our own.
And I haven't booked a single flight for us, so my opinion is off the back of what Eddy tells me.
That's right. That's right. We share opinions, as I said. Good weekend, Tom?
Good weekend. Played golf with Tobler and Sebo.
How'd you hit 'em?
Tobler's old man. I hit some fucking doozies, dude. I was getting onto them, but I lost 12 balls in 9 holes.
V1s?
No. When we got there, shout out to fucking Wakehurst
Golf Club.
Bro, have you played there before?
I have.
It is hectic.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's so nice.
It's really nice.
But the club pro or the owner or whatever is whoever he is when we got there, what's his name?
You need
Andrew?
carts there, though.
Andrew. Oh yeah, we had carts.
Yeah, we got carts.
But he was like, get some balls, bruh. And so I went, okay, I'm not gonna waste good golf balls. So I went and got some Strix and somethings, and I got through them in fucking 9 holes.
How was Mr. Tobler?
I would prefer that Tobler speaks on his own.
I played like shit.
No, I think he was asking about your dad.
Oh, my dad. Oh, he was just as bad.
Well, I'd argue he might have been worse.
Maybe worse. No, we on the first.
You don't?
On the first hole, yeah. The apple doesn't fall far or whatever it is.
No, dude, you're better than your old man, and your old man's a legend. It was great. It was great fun, but he was.
He hasn't gone out.
He's
much
like, bro, I
lately,
play
but,
once a year. It's like, yeah, it shows.
On the first hole, he topped it about 4 times,
And
about
we
2
topped
meters in times, and then
fucking Ruben Garrick, Sipley, Isaiah Papali'i, and stuff, and Toa all behind us.
all the fellas behind us. So I think Dad might have been a bit
Mr.
nervous.
Tobler just topping him.
The old man might have.
Topler. Love that.
Might have been a bit nervous with the boys behind him.
I think he might have been.
After the first few shots, we're about 150 metres into the first hole, and I just said to him, "Oh, Dad, let's team up here. Let's go Ambrose. Like, I'm not hitting them too well. Clearly, you're not hitting them too well." And as soon as we did that, we ended up complimenting each other pretty well.
They did. It was a really nice father and son duo.
Who did they win?
Well, me and Seba didn't do Ambrose. We were sort of keeping score, and then I lost 4 balls off a tee, and I just went, I'm just going to keep playing golf now. I think I'm just going to enjoy myself.
How'd Seba go?
Okay, not great. Like, not like... I think that my presence rattles him because, he wants to beat me so badly, but I'm like, you should beat me so bad. You should beat me.
Yeah, it does.
So he definitely played better, but,
Tom's putting was on fire.
Dude,
Scotty
was fucking
And those greens were quick.
dialed, bro. Scotty was dialed, and off the tee, I was pretty good. I was getting onto him anyway.
Hit some really good drives.
Shout out to Scotty.
Dude, Scotty was it felt nice. Like, it's probably, well, not probably, it's definitely the best that Scotty and I have ever felt together.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's good going into a Hacker Major.
It's a great point. It's just, you basically have to do nothing with Scotty.
Yeah,
Let him take the wheel.
No. He wants to be in the driver's seat, if you will.
Yep.
He wants to be in control. He's the top.
He's the top, all right.
You know what I'm trying to say, bro?
Yeah. He's the top.
Yeah. Like it's, do what you want with me, Scotty, sort of stuff.
Yeah. Instead of a broom handle, you just stick him inside you.
That's
and let
right.
Him go to work.
And let him go to work. Yeah. And he will.
No, he will. He'll do it.
Tongue and all.
So that was really good fun. And then we went and dude, what a great day. Like the weather was so nice.
So nice.
It's just, mate, for a golf course, I just kept going, I can't believe I'm in Sydney.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can't see a building anywhere.
Well, you're in the woods.
The clubhouse.
Well, the scrub.
The clubhouse
Unreal.
overlooking the beautiful, like, bushland. Then you got the ocean off in the distance. You got seagulls, and I mean of the Manly seagull persuasion, just dancing around the course
Manly
everywhere.
Dam there.
The Manly Dam. Shout out to Ruben Garrick, who obviously is a friend of the show. But, like, they were a couple of groups behind us. But then afterwards, he just, like, didn't even know we were, but he just came and, like, found us sitting on the balcony, came, sat down, shot the shit for a while. Back seems like it's okay. Said if it was really big game, he might be able to play. You know what I mean? But he's like, why risk that? But he's just a sweet man.
Yeah, it was very
I
nice
just
of
thought it was classy of him.
That is class.
It was classy.
He's a classy guy.
Just came and hung out. I was like, fuck yeah, Ruben.
He took a photo with
Took
the
a
old
photo
man.
with Toppler's old man.
Oh, it's classy.
Yeah.
That's
Lovely-
rugby league
lovely
class
man.
right there, punters and dribblers.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
Yeah. And shout out to bloody Toff Sipley as well. Listen, the other guys are there too, but they don't play for Manly, so it doesn't really bother me. But Sipley's a dude. Biggest mistake I made?
Didn't get on him.
Didn't get on him. And I said to Toppler, I go, we're on Sipley anytime.
That was awful.
Yeah.
That's a layup.
Yeah.
You didn't pass it on either. That was nice of you.
I didn't even bet on it.
No, it was nice of you.
I didn't even get on it. Well, Toppler should have done it.
forgot until just
Toppler
before-
fucking
You
messages
forgot.
us.
You forgot until you got the bet on.
Yeah.
Just before.
Right.
You fucking
Oh,
remind
right.
us, actually,
Just-
Toppler. If you
yeah,
remembered,
yeah.
why wouldn't you remind us?
Because I remembered just
Yeah,
before
yeah,
kickoff.
yeah,
Who
yeah,
gives
yeah,
a
right.
shit?
It
Give
was
everyone
too
a
late.
chance.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
well,
You
that's what I'm
forgot until you got the
saying.
bet on, eh, dickhead? All right.
Oh, send a message around once he
No,
goes
but at all.
over.
Well, the game was kicked off at that point.
No.
I left
Fucking,
it too
hey,
late.
you're a
No, fuck it.
disgrace.
Yeah.
You're a
a
fucking
disgrace.
disgrace. Shout out to me and Tom for one of the great punting weekends all time.
I've had a really good weekend.
My account was bulging at the seams. Withdrawals have been made.
I've got to make a withdrawal today.
Withdrawals have been made.
Yeah.
Fucking
Cleary.
Roosters line, Cleary, Broncos line,
Manly line.
Manly game.
I got
fucking
6 from 8.
Knights game.
6 from 8, 2 triple staked, and our Cleary one counts from Thursday night.
No, it doesn't.
Remember we said on the stream, any bets we put on the About Even stream count to the week.
Oh, we're drowning, bro.
Yes, dude.
Oh, we're drowning, bro.
Yeah, 7 Rando might try and fight that one off, but that we did say that. You remember that.
No, we actually did say that.
We did say that. And we
I-
tried to get them on
No,
with us.
and they didn't follow us because they're fucking idiots. I love that. Great week for the boys. Not for Sebo, great week for us.
Sebo almost getting the Ozaki.
Same.
Well, yeah, you were just the first game.
But it doesn't have the same ring to
No,
it.
it doesn't because you were over straight
Anyway,
away.
we're wasting good content here. Tom,
Yeah, we are.
I drove through our beloved Bathurst University on Friday. You want to talk great nostalgia? Like just fucking oozing out of you.
Oh, was it?
Oh, just Ella went into the gym bathroom to do a piss, and she came out. And she's like almost fainted of nostalgia in there. All comes flooding back. Remember that video you did with her in the toilet? Was you, me, and Chica?
Oh, yeah. What was that about?
Oh, we had to do something for like video class. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And we were trying to piss, and we were waiting for ages because you'd been in there on the romp. Is the way it was
Oh,
presented.
that's right.
In the
That's-
video.
That was. Why the hell did you have me romping her and not you romping her?
Because I was in the video. I was acting in my own video.
And I wasn't?
So your scene was like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay, right.
It was
right,
more of a
right.
timing thing.
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah, I didn't have the time to be. I'm sure I did have the time, but it wasn't my,
Well,
my project.
Yeah. It
You
wasn't-
just needed an actor.
I needed an actor of substance.
Yeah.
And obviously, time is of the essence when you're at uni. You don't have a whole lot of it.
You didn't have a whole lot of substance.
Yeah.
So you had to get me.
Yeah.
Have you
and you're
got that
obviously
video
busy.
yet?
Oh, I think it's on Facebook. We'll be able to dig it up.
No, let's not. Ooh, shout out to the hold on, Bathurst.
Bathurst.
Did you how was
Towers, dude. So sad.
has it been leveled?
No, not leveled, but just looks sad. She's dying out for someone, like for people to go back into her.
So no one's in there.
No one. It's all fucking like fenced up and shit.
Is it kind of etch, like scary?
Sad. I think sad more than etch.
Okay.
Because it doesn't look any different to when we were there. Hasn't changed at all. So I'm thinking, well, if it
what
was
is
good enough
right?
for us,
Yeah.
It's good enough for the next generation, surely.
Isn't it like no one's going there anymore?
I saw one student when I was there. It was Friday afternoon, admittedly.
Still.
You'd think you'd see more than one.
One? It's a bit ghost towny.
Yeah, we've heard some troubling stories about the uni.
Did you go past the old...
Of course.
Yeah, okay. How was it?
Looks the same. It all looks the same,
Yeah,
mate.
it all looks exactly
It
the
all
same.
looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
But very fond memories.
Shout out to Bathurst.
Shout out to Bathurst.
And then back to the Bow.
Back to the Bow. Good to see the fam. Dubbo was it was an absolute squirter in Dubbo. Like
Oh, yeah?
23 and sunny. Almost, I could argue, hot. Almost hot.
Well, it's that springtime weather, dude.
Well, but it's not spring. Like it
Well,
is
but
coming
it
into
is.
spring. It's been unseasonably warm.
Yeah, but spring gets into its work a little early, and then we'll probably have like a bit of a cold snap in
Yes, we will.
spring.
Yes, we will.
We'll return to some cold, and then it's onwards and upwards.
Correct. It snowed in Bathurst in like September one year. So
Yeah, it'll come back.
It'll
It's-
come back. It'll come back and pound us.
Yeah.
But yeah, great weekend, mate.
Resta bar. Talk to me. Because I just still haven't had it yet, and it's just... When we went there, obviously it was closed, which is one of the great...
Well, family issues, mate. Was it family? A family emergency.
Family emergency, which is fine. I'm not criticising the Resto bar. Far from it. But I haven't been able to have it, and I love Indian, and every time I see there, I'm like, fuck me dead. I just want to have
It pumps, dude. It's fucking huge. There is like...
You're sitting on like a throne. Is that yours?
Well, not officially.
Okay.
Not officially. But as Resto Bar Raj, I feel like I have first dibs on it.
What's Resto bar Raj?
Well, Raj,
Yeah.
he was like... the Raj is the term I think they used in India at some point in their history.
For like kings and shit.
I don't know if it's for kings or leaders or something.
So right, so you're the
British
Resto bar Raj.
I'm the Resto Bar Raj. Raj the Resto Bar.
Yeah, no, that works.
Like it used to be the crown rule of India,
There
like
you
the
go.
British Raj.
Yeah, you are the Resto bar Raj.
I'm the Resto Bar Raj. So felt very comfortable in there as Raj. Everyone was, the
They knew
food
you
was
were there.
elite. The service was elite. We got the lamb chops this time as well, just as an entree. Was it tandoori lamb chops? Fucking sensational. Just wanted to shout out the
No.
lamb chops. Obviously, the butter chicken speaks for
That's
itself.
I was gonna like.
Obviously,
I
the
can already
naan.
taste the butter chicken, and I've never had it. There.
You can taste it.
I can taste it. Dude.
You can. I was a little bit naughty. Had a cheesy garlic naan.
That's
cheesy naan.
okay,
Well,
mate.
you know what I mean. We're trying to
Yeah,
share.
but fuck, like you're the Raj.
I am the
dude.
Raj. The Raj does what the Raj wants
Yeah.
at the Resto Bar.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I just can't tell you what a vibe it is in there, Tom. It's bustling. People are having the time of their lives in there. There's families celebrating. There's couples on dates. There's old friends, new friends, sacred friends.
Sacred friends, yeah. That's
Just
nice.
dipping naan into butter chicken. That's what's happening in there. And people are going for gold.
Yeah.
There's tables where it's just butter chicken. People know what they want. And they get it.
Yeah.
There's fucking chandeliers like lighting up every table. There's a giant chandelier that you can get photos in front of. There's my throne, but that's my throne, but you can look at it.
Yeah. They can still see you sitting in it as well.
That's right. Everything's gold plated, mate. Real gold.
Real gold.
Aussie gold.
Oh, Aussie gold. Gold
Yeah.
for the nation.
So the Resto Bar delivers once more. And to people, there's a couple of comments insinuating that, big night on the Dalton sort of stuff after you've been to the Resto Bar. I've been 10, 12, 15 times. My dad probably 30 times, never an issue. So
Listen,
you're talking shit.
I also think, though, having a fucking couple of good, honest Australian poos after a night on the Indian is par for the course.
You're absolutely right.
You ate Indian. It's going to get a bit fucking messy back there. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, dude. You know that going in. You fucking know that going in, mate. You don't start,
But to imply that it's anything more than par for the course
it's just
the highest level of insult.
No, it is.
That you can level
Yeah.
at Australia's establishment. There, I said it.
Oh, yeah, I did some rank shits after the Indian. Yeah, did you? Is water wet?
Yeah.
That's what happens, dude. Fucking hell. Anytime. I know when I've had Indian home diner, even if I was too drunk to remember eating it. Because I'm like, oh, this one. Right, I must have had some Indian home diner last night. A couple of onion bargies. It's the way it comes out.
You just know.
You got to be smarter than that.
But the Resto Bar has not disappointed, did not disappoint. A lot of family fun.
Punters and Dribblers, as always, we are brought to you by the best punting platform on planet Earth. There was a lot of P's in that one.
P's are good, though.
They are, and that is Neds. They've been big supporters of Dribble and Yarn here at Hello Sport. They're also big supporters of punting and dribbling on About Even, the number one betting show on planet Earth, and they're big supporters of the About Even page in the Neds.
Which is good because I like being supported by the best. Having the best in your corner is a nice feeling. It's like having Customato with you if you were a boxer.
Yeah,
You know what I
or
mean?
Rocky's trainer.
Who we don't know.
No, what his name was. What is it? You gotta get on from here, Rock.
That's what Neds is to us as punters.
Yeah. Now, I'll say this to Neds, who we always punt with responsibly. I beat you.
Yep.
I beat you on the weekend.
Sorry, Neds, you can't win them all.
You can't win them
And
all.
you certainly didn't win on the
Beat ya.
weekend.
We beat you.
Left, right, good night sort of stuff for Neds over the weekend responsibly, but you understand what we're trying to say metaphorically, punters and dribblers.
Good weekend for your dads over here. Now, as we said, if you would like to join the private Neds punting group on the Neds app, it is called About Even. The secret passcode is Dribbler. It's about 4,500 of you in there already enjoying it. Go on there, come on in, say g'day. We'll see you there. Shout out to Neds. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website. Speaking of lamb chops, I cooked lamb chops yesterday.
Good for you, mate.
Thank you. Steph's
On
family.
the baby Weber.
Steph's family came around again. Brother-in-law, sister-in-law, mother-in-law, niece. I don't know. She's basically fucking the same age as me, so it feels weird. But by same age, I mean she's in her 20s, and I'm 34, almost 35, a good 15 years older than her. But whenever they come around and I'm tasked with cooking, I'm always a little bit rattled because I'm not I'm confident if it's just me at home doing my damn thing, right? I've cooked lamb chops a million fucking times, sausages every other day. But I'm still, her brother is like 50, so I'm still like a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And every time there's something, like I think I've told before where like, you know, I feel like you're deferring to like an adult, like, hey, what do I do here? But I'm like, we're all good here, fire up the barbecue. Now, I haven't cleaned this fucking barbecue for a while.
Why? Don't you clean it after you use it?
No, as in I'll clean the top of it, but like underneath.
Oh, right.
I'm not cleaning the underneath bit like every time.
The drip tray.
The drip tray.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was going to say, surely clean the top.
No.
That's pretty
yeah,
fucked
no,
up.
that's fucking gross. So I'm getting the bitch fired up and snags go on first. Obviously, those are like really filled with fatty fucking.
You got a fire problem?
This thing's starting to go up. Well, no, it's not starting to go up. It's starting to smoke a little bit, which is like a little bit more than usual. But I'm like, whatever. But everyone's sitting in the backyard and they weren't.
They're watching?
Well, they're watching. They're fucking inhaling smoke. And it's like, you're like a nightclub. I'm like, can I see anyone over there sitting down?
Are you playing it cool or are you acknowledging it?
Initially, I'm playing it cool because I'm like, well, this is just welcome to cooking, guys. Don't know if you've ever had a barbecue before. And then Evie goes, Dad, it's smoky. And I'm like, oh, yeah, shut the fuck up, baby. You know, whatever. It's a little bit smoky. Don't worry about it. And then the sausages are pretty much done. And then I whack the lamb chops on. And that's when things start to get really interesting because all of the like fat from the fucking sausages has dripped down into what is like the sort of drip tray that hasn't been cleaned.
So is it overflowing?
With
Is the drip tray? Is the drip tray?
so underneath the grill,
There's like a
there's
little.
but like the whole
There's that
barbecue is like a
aluminium
bowl.
thing.
No, but so the barbecue itself is like a bowl, and then there's a hole in the bottom.
Yes.
That shit goes in there, but then there's like stuff that just sort of sticks underneath in that bowl bit.
Yep.
That's where it's getting into its work.
Right. Okay.
As the lamb chops go on, and then I close the lid. Now we're at Smoke Town, and I'm like, holy fuck! I burnt my finger because the flames were coming out so high.
Oh my god! Out the side because you've got it off. You've got the lid closer coming out.
No, the
those holes.
smoke's pissing out the side. Then I open it, and then anytime I'm trying to turn something, the flames are going. I'm like just thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just like, this is just like what a kitchen's like. You know, it gets a little bit hot in here. Like,
Yeah.
a couple of flames. Don't worry.
You think you're like.
This is how it goes in there. And Zoe's going, fire. I'm like, shut up, you motherfuckers. Like, stop drawing attention to me. Anyway,
Sweating like a pig.
Look, I sort of was a little. I was starting to wig in the sense that, yeah, here you go. You're on the Gronk again in front of the in-laws. Like,
oh dear, it's not happening again.
It's happening. I was like, it's happening again. But as long as I don't fuck, I'm like,
as long as they taste,
as long as they taste good, I'll take the fucking embarrassment here. But I can't have everyone sitting down to like rubber shoe chops.
Yep, they've got to be succulent.
They got to be good. And so then Steph's brother-in-law comes out and he starts sort of like he's carrying this plate for me to start unloading shit on. And then you just see, he's like, oh, yeah, this is your problem, man. And like underneath is just like where all this shit is now all on fire. So like all of the things in the like, yep, all on fire.
Yeah, the oil down there's
oil, bits of old like,
fat.
char grill fat, like bits from like whatever else. Like maybe I cooked chicken on there a couple of times before and like just chunks of like burnt out shit. So now I'm like, I look like a grotty little piglet who doesn't clean his fucking barbecue very well, to the point where it's now basically the barbecue's on fire. After I turn the barbecue off, fully on fire still.
For how long?
10 minutes?
10 minutes? Oh my God.
I kept trying to go.
Oh no, you just gotta let that run its course.
Oh, I did in the end. I gave it like maybe a bit of a big bad wolf huff and a puff. See if I can blow this shit out.
Nah.
Too strong. Third house made of stone, whatever it is. So I just closed the lid.
Yeah, nothing to see.
Nothing to see here except it's still smoking outside.
Girls, don't go near that.
Girls, don't go. Turn everything off so it doesn't explode back inside. Now listen, did Dad nail the chops? Yes, he did.
Compliments?
Christ, yes.
Compliments?
Yes. I got compliments. So we survived that.
Were the salads complimented?
Well, everything was complimented. It was good. We put on a good spread.
But you know how, like, I'm just saying, sometimes you'll see that the meat will get complimented, but the salads won't, even though you've been out there playing one of the great shockers all the time.
Oh, as in, like, so they're almost trying to make me feel better about. Yeah, see, now this is the way you know, though, because the compliment is in the eating. So they just kept going back for more.
Yes.
So that was how I knew.
Because you don't need to.
Words are cheap.
Words are cheap.
Yeah.
Actions mean everything, punters and dribblers.
Some
It's
say
as
they
simple as
speak
that.
louder than words.
If you say to me, oh, that steak's amazing, like such a beautiful steak, and don't eat it,
You've lied.
and
to
you're
me.
not a veggie,
Yeah.
big problems. Big problems.
Yeah.
But if you go, yep, well done, mate, and you're asking for 4/5, nay, 6ths, now I know I've got a fan on my hands.
Yeah. So ultimately, all's well that ends well, and listen, I get it. Clean your barbecue more.
Did you?
Well, I didn't fucking do it yesterday.
I was just wondering.
No, fuck that.
So likely to have a problem in the future.
No. Once I get back from Melbourne, it's
clean
very high up on my priority
Like,
list.
how high?
Well, it's near the top, but it's not the top. There's no way it's the top.
Couldn't be the top.
It's not the top.
Where is above or below FIFA?
Mate, I haven't played for a minute, FIFA.
I haven't played either.
I haven't played.
I haven't turned my beloved PS5 on in a month.
Neither.
Great purchase.
Yeah.
She's running at about fucking $100 a use at the moment.
Yeah.
Listen, that is a great example of how busy I am.
Yeah.
People think I'm not busy. I'm busy.
Yeah, no. Everyone's like, oh, what are you doing? They're all like giving me shit. Are you going to Vegas? Yeah, I am going to Vegas. Sorry.
Work!
I've got a work trip. I can't help it.
I can't believe people think we're just going there for fun. It's
I know.
ridiculous.
That's insane.
Like, I'm not
I
going
hope
there
I
to
have
be a
fun.
fat little piglet.
No.
And if I am, so what? It's not about that. It's about me needing to work.
We are not going there to be piglets, but even if that's exactly why we're going, that's not the point.
It's not the point. It's pointless. That doesn't
That's
mean
not the
anything.
point. We're not going for that. But even if we were going for that, which we're not going for that,
We're going for work. It'd be like if you had a job that you really loved doing and like you could
that
do fun
required
shit.
piggery sometimes.
Yeah, like fucking gambling and drinking and partying. Like if that was your job,
You'd be a piglet too.
You would be.
See
but
in the trough.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be about being a piglet. You could be a piglet, but it wouldn't be about being a piglet. It'd be about working and becoming a piglet along the way.
Yeah.
Almost being paid to be a pig.
But like a respectable, responsible stand-up pig.
Like a pig in a suit.
Yes.
Like a tux.
Yeah.
And that pig has impeccable manners.
Yeah.
And it knows how to use its knife and fork. And
Pinky out when it's sipping
That's right. It
Tea.
starts from the outside in terms of cutlery. It opens doors for women. It opens doors for men.
chivalrous pig.
A chivalrous pig.
We're chivalrous
a pig that
pigs.
goes to bed late but not too late.
Yeah.
And not too early, because going too early is boring, but too late's a bit.
Is a bit how you
piggy.
going.
So it's a pig that's closer to a human than a pig,
Yeah.
but it's still a pig, but it's a respectful, chivalrous
stand-up
pig.
Yeah. Chivalrous stand-up pigs.
A pig you'd want your daughter to be with.
Probably once they get a bit older. Like you wouldn't want them to be like you wouldn't want to be them like when they're in their early 20s.
But like a 30-year-old.
30 and up. That's the pig you'd want your daughter to be with.
Yep.
Or your son.
Or your son.
Before we get to the sport, Edward,
Yeah, mate.
tonight between the hours of 5 and 6 p.m. on breakingtheyips.com, tickets for the next Hacker Major go on sale. The major itself, Newcastle, September 15. That's a Friday. Now, these tickets sold out in, I believe,
4 seconds.
4 seconds. Last for the last one we did. So you got to be there. And the way Sebo operates is he wants those that really want to be there to be there. So that's why we don't give you the exact time. Between the hour of 5 and 6 p.m. tonight, breakingtheyips.com, the next Hacker Major, tickets on sale, September 15. See you there. Now, the other announcement is that
Huge.
It's fucking huge.
Massive.
The final Rose Cord Punters and Dribblers hats for 2023 will ever go on sale this Thursday at 6 p.m. hellosport.shop.
When he says ever, he means it.
Yeah.
They won't be done again. You know how we work, punters and dribblers. We do limited edition drops.
That's it.
This is the last opportunity to be a member for 2023 before we shift attention in earnest to 2024. But that's 4
fucking
months away.
But yeah, so the Rose Cords, 6 p.m. Thursday, hellosport.shop. The last.
Lucky last.
The lucky last.
Not heaps either. Not heaps.
No. It's limited editions. Well, not limited editions, limited numbers. Trying to go Kiwi
it's
accent.
the limited numbers of a limited edition item.
There you go.
Hellosport.shop, 6 p.m.
Before we talk some sport, I just wanted to quickly touch on the content wars, Edward. The content wars in the P's and D's group.
Oh!
I don't know. This is as hot as it's been potentially ever.
Oh, mate,
In the
I
punters
tell
and
you
dribblers
what,
page.
last week, off the back of...
Buzz
it would have
into,
to have been off the back of Nathan Cleary.
Well, the buzz, the P's and D's rat into Cleary.
Into Fowler, into probably certainly one of the biggest weeks in the punters and dribblers history. Numbers were biblical.
But then it was into Scotty Bellotti v Ryan Selvage. Is that how you say his last name?
I believe so.
Ryan Selvage of Dribblers Day fame, Scotty Bellotti of Baggy Green member of King of the Punters
King of the
and
dribblers. He's a king dribbler.
He is fame. Have been going toe to toe. There's been a couple of, I think 3 editions of Dribblers Day have come out so far. There might have been a 4th I've missed, but the 3 were impeccable.
They were great.
Really top tier stuff. Scotty Bellotti returned serve with some absolute fucking pearlers.
Yeah.
What's on Dribblers Plus, which is a ripoff of Disney Plus.
That was Dribblers Plus was hilarious.
Fucking good.
That was great. Even just the Dribblers Plus logo was almost my favourite fucking thing. He also did How to Ruin a Club in 10 Days, and it had Hadji Patelis and Pasco, and Hadji Patelis had like Chupa Chups in his pocket and shit, which I didn't even realise. I was like, that's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. 10 Things I Hate About Lou.
Yeah.
Ned, Ed, and Eddy.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
Ned Brockman and Eddie Jones.
That's right. Fucking
Eddie
hell.
got fingered.
Oh, yeah. It was some good
Some
shit in
really
there.
good stuff.
Really good stuff.
Scotty got teed one up this morning. Shout out to my mate.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
Tobler's
him.
mates. Tobler's got some seriously dog mates.
Thrown under the bus there.
But it's almost become a life of its own, dobbing on Tobler.
No, Dobler. I like
the
it.
rats.
I like that they're doing it, but poor old Tobler's just getting absolutely reamed by his pals. They sent Scotty a photo of him. They were like, oh, this is from a while ago. Lies, because he's skinny as fuck in the photo. That is from the weekend.
It was from early Saturday morning,
Yeah.
to be specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beacon Hill McDonald's, I believe.
Maybe the same one that
Siebes was in.
Siebes. There must be something about that Macca's.
Which is asleep.
Yeah, sleepy.
Or half asleep.
Sleepy Siebes. But that one was funny as fuck. He got you in a couple there.
Yeah,
anyway, it's great. Have we got the leaderboard in there?
Yes,
I want
we
to see
do.
how
I'm
much
just getting it up
Selvage
now.
has pegged
Can you get up the leaderboard?
Selvage
I
is
liked
quite
I liked the rev up that our great mate Rugby League Guru gave. Now, punters and dribblers, we will be releasing the punters and dribblers rankings.
Power rankings
For the next couple of weeks, just to keep everyone accountable.
And obviously, if you're number one, you are the king dribbler. And Scotty Bellotti sits there proudly.
Now, we have absolutely no fucking idea how the power rankings work, other than that we just read them out.
Yeah.
Scotty Bellotti, so members, 35,239, 259 rather. Now, group contributors, 995. These members that have points for their contributions in this group sorted from most to least, rather. Scotty Bellotti, number one, 76,216 points. Second, Patrick Fletcher, 46,767
Question
points.
as well, Scotty's dropped below 80. I swear he was on 80 last time. I
Because it would
how
be
you-
done over a period.
Okay.
Josh Ollier, third, 24,451 points. Outside the medals, Winston Neville, 23,261. Then Zach Footer, 22,340. And Kendrick Hatton, 20,979. I would imagine, punters and dribblers, that the rankings are based on how prolific you are, your engagement, your likes, your comments, etc. Selvage is a top contributor, but yet to be ranked.
13,000 points. 13,000 points. Long way to go.
Oh, he's well back.
He's well back.
Oh, he's well back.
But you know what? That's good because I think that it's better. Like, this is done on weight of runs as opposed to give me, let me pound the fucking thing for a couple of days and see how we go. I like that Kendrick is in there because that's good, honest, consistent dribbling for fucking 3 or 4 years.
Well, he's sixth. It's pretty good.
Mate, but he's been here from the start and he just ticks along. But he has spells where he's not even fucking in. He doesn't say a goddamn thing. Then he comes in and says that he's got international scouts, right? And that sort of goes off.
Now, there are some Baggy Green members for content that I can't see on this list. Can you keep scrolling down a little bit, Tobler? Just looking for... There's Selvage. Okay, so go up. I'll tell you what Selvage is ranked.
What's he
punters and
ranked?
dribblers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's 12th. We might put the top 10.
Liam Brennan in there. He's a Baggy Green member.
Liam Brennan. Bit of work to do, Liam.
The Roo's in there.
There's
at 10,000.
Roo's probably top 20. I like Guru's rev up speech.
It was Phil Gould fucking enjoy your origin footy sort of
Yeah, it
shit.
was.
He's almost the Phil Gould of the P's and D's.
It
is
was.
Guru.
Now, Tobler's going to do a top 10, I think, aren't you?
Yeah.
Top 10 punters and dribblers power rankings. They'll go out every Monday just as a way of revenue cunts up.
Because remember, and just back to the Ryan Selvage, because obviously it's a real not even Federer and Nadal, but it's like Scotty, top of the pops, has been doing the damn thing, and this is his first. It was probably his biggest challenge to the throne, just in terms of going content for content. But baggy greens are not given out, and this is no disrespect to Ryan Selvage, but baggy greens aren't given out for a few fantastic Dribblers Day posts. Like, this has got to be consistent. Also, diversity. Unless he's doing like a new Dribblers Day every day, and that's his thing, which I'm happy with. But like, if you're just every once in a while doing a Dribblers Day, that's not going to get you a baggy green.
He would need to do it
every single day.
Every day for a
Or
year.
just keep a diversity of content that keeps the punter and the dribbler, giggling and enjoying themselves. But baggy greens, when you get one, you get free fucking merch the rest of your life. So it's not...
And you get invited to...
And you get invited to the baggy green long lunch.
Amongst other things.
So, there's a lot that comes with baggy green membership, and it's not something we just give out willy-nilly, although you could argue in our earlier years we may have.
It's been given out willy-nilly in the context of now.
Yeah.
But at the time, they didn't feel willy-nilly.
Great point.
They felt like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like someone getting me a bottle of Proper 12 was at the time
a huge deal.
Big deal.
Shout out to Sam Hiles.
Now you would need to buy me some of the company. I'd need equity in that for you to get a baggy green.
Yeah.
How times have changed. Not the point. Dribblers Day was a great... I wanted to just shout out that to Ryan. I thoroughly enjoyed Dribblers Day. It gets me thinking, is there a place for a more padded out Dribbler's Day.
So what, like as in the Sunday Dribbler? Do you mean like
That you do
one a year sort of
one a
thing?
year, the yearly Dribbler.
Is that like an almanac? Is that what they call that? Or is it like what's the like yearly, the year in review or?
Like a yearbook?
Not like
It's
a
not
yearbook.
a yearbook, it's more, but it's like the year in review. What's
It's
an
like
almanac?
a year. Yeah.
Almanac is like a regularly published list of a set of current information. So it's posted every year with like in Back to the Future, it's got all the sports results and information shit in it.
Okay, right.
Yeah, that's not quite right.
But it's not.
So like
it's
a
in the
yearly-
similar. It's in the sort of the ballpark. Punters and dribblers. When we talk rugby league, obviously, it is thanks to our good friends at KO.
You better believe it.
You better bloody believe it. You better bloody believe it.
Got into its work, KO, on my phone at the Resta Bar.
Oh yeah, my phone was piping hot over the weekend with just some sneaky KO all around the joint.
Because obviously I professionally and respectfully and what's the right word?
Don't know.
I'm talking about the Broncos line.
Oh, you responsibly
Responsibly
humped the fuck out of it.
hump that line. But obviously when you hump a line, you need to have eyes on it.
Yeah.
And that's where KO comes in.
Comes into it's one of them anyways that it comes in, but it was a good weekend of rugby league football. That's for damn sure. Now, where are my notes here? Not wrestling videos being fed to me by my fucking
Yeah, I'll go.
algo. Good week of rugby league, Edward. It was a good weekend of rugby league. Shout out to Rando and Sebo who came in for the stream on Thursday night. That was fun. The fucking Eels beating the Panthers.
Didn't see that coming.
Didn't see that coming.
It has got really quickly in the last 2 weeks. It's tightened up.
Yeah.
This competition.
Yeah.
It's tightened all the way
Well,
up.
Broncos basically just need to beat the Storm, which isn't an easy feat, but beat the Storm to claim the minor prem. They're now number one.
Like Panthers slightly off the boil, you could argue, after the performance on Thursday night. Luai out for how long?
Yeah, don't know.
I'm
but
just looking into that.
Dylan Edwards was out as well, which, mate, Luai, I got to say this, I said on the night, that's like, I've never dislocated a shoulder. I have dislocated a knee, and that fucking hurt, I can tell you. But the way he just dislocated his shoulder and just sat there, like, it was like one of the thuggest things I've ever seen. It was actually tough as fuck. I was like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
He's not showing any pain at all. He's just like, oh, Jesus, this is fucking uncomfortable. And just like walking off, I was like, that's badass.
He didn't even appear to be playing this is uncomfortable card.
No, he's just like, okay. Like, no, you're right. He wasn't even showing real discomfort.
He walked off.
It was like awareness. He's like, all right, my shoulder's out. Like, Luai can fucking, like can be his own worst enemy sometimes. That was very much worth, some kudos because that was as tough as fuck.
He might come back during finals.
I mean, you'd hope so, right? I don't think it's season ending.
Nah, he told the Herald yesterday that it wasn't the end of his season. And so he obviously won't play next week, but if they win week 1 of the finals,
Get a week off.
Other week off, he'll probably be back for the prelims.
Can you look at his record, what the Panthers' record when he plays and when he doesn't? It's very, very pro-Luai, that statistic.
Yeah.
Very pro-Luai. Let Tom look into that. But the way he walked off with his shoulder dislocated, it could have been akin to, my boots are untied.
Yeah.
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 I'm aware my boots are untied.
Like you see people show more pain with a fucking hamstring.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But given that news, given their loss to the Eels, who suck at home, given the Broncos win and win well, or not win well, but they get
Lost to the Eels. Oh, sorry, Eels.
The Broncos get the job done. The Storm get the job done. The Knights 8 in a row, 9 in a row. Who's counting? I'm not. It's something like that. The Warriors.
I don't know.
I don't know about
18-6
you.
is, look, I mean, you won. You're just winning, right? And that's all you got to do. And the Dragons but the Dragons are notorious for bringing you down to their level. They are. The fucking Storm beat them by like a few points a couple of weeks ago. Like, the Dragons are just a shit side, but they're not the worst side in the competition, but they're actually the best side in the comp at making you play shit.
It's a great point. It's a great point.
So Girdler the other day was saying on Triple M that
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, with Luai in the side, Penrith have a win rate of like 88.5%.
Wow.
77 wins, 9 losses. Then it drops with him out of the side to 53.8% of 7 wins and 6 losses.
He's played 70. So he's had 77 wins and 9 losses in his career.
When
the
he's been
Panthers.
playing.
Well, that would be his game. So for him.
Oh, yeah. So he's winning at what, 80-something, 5%?
He's lost 9 games
That's
in his
all
career.
those stuff.
88.5%.
He's lost 9 games in his career.
That's outrageous.
That is fucking crazy.
He probably won more coming through as well, didn't that? He's like SG balls and 20 sides.
Oh
and shit
yeah,
dominated.
but to be in the NRL and to have lost 9 games and he's so what's that? What's he played? 77 plus 9, so he's 86 games. Like that math?
Yeah, that was sharp.
Well, I was just like, fuck, mate, I'm not a maths guy, right? But like, from your 86 games, you've lost 9.
Doesn't even need both hands. Like he does. He needs the second hand, but not all of it.
Well, he doesn't need all fingers. He's got a spare finger.
He does. And he could choose which one not to use.
That's the sort of freedom that sort of gives you.
Oh, yeah. It's very, very impressive. Think about that, punters and dribblers. That's 9 games of rugby league in his first grade career. That is insane.
And then you look at someone like
we could have
Tatai.
that wrong as well, so don't shoot me.
Well, listen, of course we could, but
We're just using the information that Ryan Girdler, a regret of the game, provided us.
and that we are interpreting, which we could have interpreted wrong, which wouldn't shock anyone.
They also have a similar record, like they've lost their past 4 games without Edwards, but he'll be back, maybe not this week. But
Again, a stat that
finals.
Rando told us after the game had started, but whatever. How about Rando fucking being an SG ball footballer? Wasn't
For
that
3
a-
years and
dropping
knowing
names
all
all
the
over.
boys.
Yeah, and
not
just-
saying a
yeah,
word.
not saying a word of it to anyone.
Ever.
That came out on the stream, punters and dribblers. Random stats guy.
All Talk with Rando. If you want to go back and watch it, it's on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
A lot of fun Thursday
fun.
night. A lot of fun, but Rando basically dropping on us that he played professionally, quasi-professionally, and that his first paid job was to play rugby league.
Yeah.
So that was something that caught us off guard.
Did you see? So Clive Churchill's son, Rod Churchill.
Yep.
Now I don't know whether Rod ever played rugby league or whether he's just the son of a guy that played rugby league. I don't think Rod are great at the game though. But Rod has come out and fucking lay into Latrell Mitchell like you would not believe. Like,
So Rod, Clive's son.
yes, the late Clive Churchill
Yep.
of Clive Churchill fame.
Yep.
Of Clive Churchill medal winner fame.
Of Dylan Edwards won it last year, fame.
Correct. And Nathan won it the year before that. And
Fame.
Pappenhausen the year before that, fame. Rod Churchill's come out and fucking laid out Latrell. Overrated, embarrassing, a cancer on the side.
That's a bit tough.
That's a bit hectic, right?
That's a bit hectic.
Bringing in the big C.
I don't know. The big C's not.
That seems a bit unnecessary,
Nah,
doesn't
you
it?
don't drop the big C.
That seems
in
a
that sort of environment.
little unnecessary. Anyway, Rod of... Respectfully, who the fuck are you? Like, why do you get to say... I know you're the son of Clive, right?
You've got
But
you got a nice last name.
Yeah, but like that just seems a little bit how you going, Rod. He said the Trolls are cancer, and now apparently Souths said that if they make the grand final, win the grand final, get a man of the match Clive Churchill medal, they're going to boycott it. Now, that's fine, but like you aren't like let's woo up on the making the grand final thing, right? You have to beat the Roosters this weekend.
So that's official.
Well,
That they're going to boycott the Clive
I
Churchill.
saw the Men's Women's Weekly report it.
I would have this opinion. If you have an issue with what Rod, son of Clive, is saying, I think you bring that up with Rod. Let's not muddy Clive's good name and bring Clive into it because Clive can't speak for himself.
No, Clive didn't say it.
Clive could come out and go, "Shut the fuck up, Rod, you silly little prick." What are you talking about? We don't know how Rod would behave.
But he can't because he's dead.
Because that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking like you don't. let's
Clive,
not
it's not fair to Clive.
It's not fair to Clive.
But maybe they got to send Rod a message and go, listen here, mate. You woo up. Just because you're the son of Clive doesn't mean you have a fucking... To be fair as well, why is anyone reporting on what Rod has to say? That's equally...
Is Rod someone?
I'd never heard of him until this thing.
But is he a mover and shaker?
I don't know. I fucking honestly had never heard of
I'm
him.
struggling to find shit about
Yeah.
him.
Unless he's an M&S, I don't care what Rod's got to say.
What's an M&S?
mover and shaker?
Oh,
There's no M&S data on the internet.
there's no
that I can
M&S
find
data
at
on
the moment.
Rod. Like, there's also part of me that's like, why fucking don't report on it? Like, would you ask, and this is would you ask Lincoln Lewis what he, like, for his comments on a fucking Broncos player? Shout out to Lincoln Lewis, friend of the show. Like, but would you?
Well, Lincoln.
Do you know what I mean?
Lincoln gets it.
He also probably wouldn't say a bad word about anyone.
No, he wouldn't. He's a nice guy. Stand up.
Yes, but like, do you know what I mean? There, where you're like, hey, like, but what? You'd almost be more likely to ask Lincoln Lewis. People know who the fuck he is.
I think it's an out of line comment from Rod, son of Clive, and I think it's an overreaction from the Bunnies to what Rod, son of Clive, said.
Yeah,
that's what I would. That's my take.
Probably a little bit like unnecessarily. Well, just it's unnecessary for journalists, whoever's doing that, to go, hey, let's see what Rod Churchill has to say.
No, I know. Because where's that been posted? They called Rod for comment?
I don't know.
Or has Rod put that on his Facebook in some sort of fiery
No,
rant?
I think he said it to someone. But like it was written in the paper.
So they've asked Rod for comment?
I guess so.
That seems bizarre.
From what I'm reading, it was...
You're like asking the son of the 12th man for a comment.
Well, exactly, right? Why would you do it?
It sounds like these were texts from Rod to the chairman, Nick Pappas.
So he sent text and they released the text?
After it lost to the Eels back in May.
Rod sent the text to the Rabbitohs chairman?
It was just texting the chairman, Nick Pappas, and then it sounds like the Herald's got a hold of him.
It's funny that I left a comment on the Daily Telegraph thing of that, and I go, greatest respect to Clive Churchill. Who the fuck's Rod Churchill? And some triple left a comment and goes, with the greatest respect to Billy Birmingham, who the fuck's Tom Birmingham? I was like, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
good.
That's clever.
That's good. You got to respect it, right? So he's done. So he just said it. Like they've leaked. These are like leaked texts.
Yeah, and then so Latrell's advisor Matt Rose reached out to the NRL after the texts were all released. Yeah,
Listen, I think invoking the big C in terms of Latrell and his place in the side is utterly ridiculous. But I also do want to point out and back up what my good friend Tom Birmingham said. I don't think the South Sydney Rabbitohs are getting anywhere near a Clive this year.
No.
Nowhere near one.
No.
They've got to beat the Roosters this Saturday or Friday. Sorry, Friday night. We are doing a stream with SEN. Shout out to SEN.
Yep.
That'll be unmissable. Rugby League. The Rabbitohs, Roosters, playoff at a core. Rabbitohs need to win. Roosters need to win. This is coming down to a grandstand finish in terms of making the 8 punters and dribblers. Mm-hmm. If I can indulge you with some mathematics, shout out to it.
Shout out to maths.
Here's the lay of the land. Now, if the Cowboys beat the Sharks, if the Cowboys beat Penrith, they're in so long as the Roosters beat South. So if the Roosters win and the Cowboys win, the Cowboys will go through, the Roosters will miss out because they're inferior for and against.
And if the Raiders lose, they'll drop out because they have minus for and against as well.
But if the Raiders lose to the Sharks, they will fall out and the Roosters and the Cowboys will go through.
Yeah.
So basically the Roosters need either the Cowboys or the Raiders to lose. If both win, they're fucked.
Raiders will lose, right? Who are they playing? Sharks. Well, you would think they would.
You never know.
No, you do never know.
And if Souths win, they'll go through. But they're facing the old foe who's got their tail up and they're playing like pure shit. Even though they've had a week off, maybe they've regrouped, they've sacked a couple of assistant coaches. I don't know if
the
that
Sharks
helps.
and the Raiders were to draw,
Yep.
and then
a draw is a draw likely, Tom?
Let me fucking cook here.
You want to cook? Kids cooking?
Sharks and Raiders.
Is the fat on fire yet?
It's fucking burning. Sharks and Raiders draw.
Yep.
Rabbitohs Cowboys win.
Yep.
Sharks and Raiders both drop out of the 8. Yes or no? No.
No.
Incorrect. So I was looking at the wrong
That'd
points.
be on 33?
33, so then they can't do it. So draw's nothing will happen.
So you're not cooking with much gas with that.
Well, too much gas maybe.
Well, not enough, I'd say.
I'd say too much gas.
Well, it went out.
I'm overcooked it.
Well, it went out. It didn't get anywhere. 33 points, they're both in.
They're both
Same
in.
houses.
So a draw would actually be nice for them.
So that's the lay of the land, punters and dribblers. Raiders could fall out of the 8 now. If you were in our private group chat with the Scope, Justin Horro, you would have been alerted to the fact a couple of weeks ago that the Raiders were paying $8.50 to miss the 8. You may have had a look at that. So you may be hoping the Raiders lose to the Sharks.
But that would be if you were in the private group, which I'm not sure if anyone listening is, unless Scope's listening because he's in.
Well, I mean, if
Lukey's
you
in
listen,
there.
if you weren't in the private group of 5 members, then that's your own problem. It's not my problem.
No, it's not our
Certainly
problem.
not my problem.
Not our problem at all.
Seagulls, good win.
Great fucking win from Manly. That line, -4.5, was the easiest fucking money you're ever going to make.
A dumb line.
Dumb line, silly stuff. Manly fucking smoked the Bulldogs. It was good to see, good to watch. In fact, I had to watch the mini because I was too busy setting my barbecue on fire, but that was good. Broncos, dude. Broncos fucking, that was another line. Now, it did get close.
For half a point.
Half a point.
With a Reece Walsh field goal and a try in the 77th minute.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Very close. But Eddy, the line, gets up.
Reece
She
Walsh,
gets up.
75th field goal and a try to the big fella, who is fucking unstoppable at the moment.
Yeah.
Is he, where are the daily medals at?
The Dally M's.
Daily M's.
Don't they go behind closed doors, Eddie?
But where is the voting at? Who's predicted to win?
Sean Johnson's up there. Payne Haas is up there.
Is he in the thick of it, Reece?
He wasn't when it went behind closed doors. I think it was Shay J. I think it was Payne was leading it.
Payne, Cleary, Harry Grant. Here, I'll chuck it up. This was from, like the 22nd of May, though.
Cleary fucking was out for 6 weeks, so you'd
Cleary's
assume
no
he
chance.
wouldn't.
P. Haas, 30. Cleary, 27. Grant, 25.
Hold on. Was this when they went behind closed doors, or this is predicted?
This is when it went behind closed doors on the 22nd of...
Because they've
Payne was
changed,
already on-
No, they've changed the points.
Oh, God.
You
I
get
was just-
6, remember?
Oh, I didn't remember that. I was like, mate, didn't old Nico win it with 34 last year?
No, I believe you get 6 points now.
So Reece Walsh on 24 there. Okay, so he could be in and around it. I mean, but then Sean Johnson was further away than I thought, but they've had a good run, so you'd assume he'll be up there. Mate, it could be.
When was the last front row forward to win?
He'd be the first.
He'd be the first, Payne?
I mean, Taumalolo won it, but
back
he
row
was
then.
a back rower, but he can make him play front row. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he'd be the first.
That'd be insane.
My memory of Dally M doesn't really go back before like fucking 95, and even then I wouldn't know. I don't know those ones, but like, a Cliffy Lyons or a fucking Greg Alexander.
Steve Rogers in 81
Steve Rogers is not a front row.
for lock.
That's not a front row.
Yeah, right.
So Locke's 13.
Yeah.
I don't
What
know if
about?
you know that.
When did fucking Cliffy win it? Cliffy's a front row, isn't he? Oh, well, I mean, like he's a 5'8", but
Wrecked.
My deer angle improved.
No, wrecked. That's okay. You got wrecked.
you got
No,
fucking,
it doesn't look like any front row, but like, what the fuck would I know? So,
well,
but
What
it
about
doesn't seem
Lazarus?
like it.
Did he not win?
I don't think he ever won it.
But do we trust that Tobler knows where he played?
Well, no, we don't.
Here,
Lazarus
I'll
is he
check-
the
I'll check it
biblical
out.
character Lazarus? Did he play rugby league?
Flew too close
Funny,
to the sun,
we
didn't he?
fucking we give Dave shit, but maybe it's just.
Oh, they've actually got the positions there as well,
That's
which
how
is
you-
even more damning.
Yeah. Steve Rogers wasn't a lock either, was he? Steve Rogers was a fucking it was Matt Rogers' dad, wasn't he? Like a fullback or a winger?
Go up, it'll tell you.
In 81?
It'll tell you. He's a lock.
Okay,
Played a lock.
played lock.
Back-to-back locks. Shout out to Ray Price. No front row forwards there, punters and dribblers.
No. Mick Potter. Joey.
Lot of halfbacks
Maggie.
since the turn of the century.
Matty
Lot of
Orford.
halfbacks and fullbacks.
Matty Orford, baby. That was a great one.
Halfbacks, fullbacks, 5'8", with a hooker and
Tommy Turbo.
second row laid
Nico
in there.
Hines. So shout out to front row forward Steve Rogers.
And shout out to Rugby League.
Shout out to Rugby League.
Big week this week.
Did you see Sticky
Yeah, bro.
blowing up, dude?
Just barrels that camera.
Camera and goes, fuck off.
I tell you what, punters and dribblers, if you aren't watching this game against the Sharks, then you don't have you're not made of the right stuff because there could be one of the all-time blow-ups coming this weekend if they were to lose.
Yeah.
Like one for the ages.
Mate, I think he kicked a chair as well on the weekend. Apparently, I think he kicked a chair. I'm not sure. But barreling the camera guy and saying, fuck off.
I just love that.
He's got no control, which is, again, love it.
What do we think there? Is the camera man lipping up?
No, he's filming him. He knows he's getting angry, so he's filming him. So he's like, don't film me. Don't film me when I'm like,
Yeah, so don't film the coach.
Yeah, don't film me when I'm pissed off. When you're like, the only reason you're filming right now is because I'm fucking frustrated.
Yeah.
That's the point.
That's the point.
That's the point, Stick.
That's like saying, oh, the only reason you're filming the fucking halfback is you're kicking the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You're drawing attention to yourself. Stop fucking hooting and hollering. I wouldn't film you.
They don't film the winger if the halfback on the other side of the field's kicking the ball, do they?
You don't. So if Big Stick's fucking lipping up, this Dribbler sent us a video and I forgot to post it. Let me just show you.
Big Stick lipping up. That's what rugby league's all about right there, punters and dribblers. Big Stick. If you don't know what that is, punters and dribblers, that's a kettle about to fucking go off, and that's Ricky Stewart, who I think is every chance of going Ricknoble. I believe this Sunday. Are they playing this? Okay, so they're the last game of the round, so they will know that there is a very good chance that if they lose this game on Sunday, that's it, they're out. So it'll be everything to play for, and if they don't have 5 or 6 cameras on Ricky, KO, I think there's a beautiful opportunity this weekend to have Ricky Cam, where you can choose to just watch Ricky.
Yeah. Stick cam. And almost like have him around him. So like you want to have cameras that he could smash if he wanted to.
Things he could smash.
Yeah, things he could smash.
Some china
That's
down there.
That's what you do.
Plates.
You leave things around there for Ricky and you keep a camera on, but you leave like really breakable stuff that he just wants to smash.
Yep.
That'd be leave a baseball bat and an old TV down there.
Yeah. Or a window or something.
A window.
Yeah. Sledgehammer next to a brick wall.
Yes. Yeah.
But like a flimsy wall. It's not too much effort. Like
no, you just want to be able to smash it.
Yeah.
And almost every time he does smash it, we donate to charity. And by we, I'm in the NRL.
Great idea. Just have things around that you want to break. Yeah. Or things that'll fucking piss him off. Like a rake laying there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that he trips over. Things that'll trip him over by accident.
Things that you could stub his toe on.
Yes. Yeah.
Really annoying shit.
Yeah. And like and people around as well, like helpers that are like not helping.
Yes. Getting in his way.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think that's it. This is Operation Piss Off Sticky.
Move his chair out from under him. Stuff
all
like that.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
This is really good shit. The other one was the Dogs, who we did beat the fuck out of.
Yeah. Cherry Evans, fine wine stuff. Subbing to Hamole, second easiest bet of the week after that line.
Is that what your bet was?
So easy.
What was it paying?
480 or something.
It's nice.
That's a fucking layup.
No, not steak though, was it? Not.
I couldn't. I had out of trips.
So only one of your trips got up?
2.
You got 2 trips up?
Yeah, Roosters and Bronx.
Did you trip Bronx?
Half a point, baby.
Oh, 6 from 8. Plus a Cleary.
We actually got, you and I, you got 7 from 11.
My 10,000 was also voided because Dill didn't play, which means I don't lose any units for it.
Nice. And I got 6 from 11.
So you'll probably beat me because you got 2 trips. That's annoying. But Sebo slips further behind.
He does. He's fucked now. Anyway, we can talk about that on Wednesday.
We can. The Bulldogs, it's been leaked that they had fake quotes from Newcastle Knights. So, they got beaten 66-0 by Newcastle a couple of months ago. And they went and played them again.
Yep.
And apparently there were fake quotes that they wrote up to try and inspire them, like...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so like the Knights were saying, like, the quotes was like Jackson Hastings, like, oh, it was basically like a training run or fucking... He probably He probably could play Sunday, but we didn't think it was worth the risk. Adam O'Brien and Bradman Best. A home final would be insane. I'm sure it's in the back of everyone's minds. Phoenix Crossland. It was like a training run. Jackson Hastings on 66-0 win over Bulldogs. All bullshit. And they tried to put them up so that
It would motivate them.
It would motivate them, and they got beaten like 44-4.
Oh my God. Yeah, because everyone knew they were fake, probably.
I don't know if they did or they didn't, but that's, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's done all the time, but like it just...
Maybe it is, but you know what that comes across as? That's bottom 4 rugby league. That's bottom 4 rugby league.
Yeah.
That's trying to like invoke the, you know...
How about you just play better and defend better? Like, that's almost, I feel like, you're running out of ideas.
No, it's someone who's watched The Last Dance and seen Michael Jordan invent these rivalries with people so that.
But he invents them himself, so he knows on some level it's bullshit. But like,
but you cannot. He's motivating himself as opposed to trying to motivate 17 blokes.
Extrinsic as opposed to intrinsic.
There you go, buddy.
You ever done PDHP year 12? Come on. But it's kind of beta.
It's seriously
It's last
beta.
chance saloon. Now, obviously, if it was ever released that we had done the same thing at Manly, my tune might change, but. It seems like last chance, desperation stakes.
Yeah, and a home final would be insane. I'm sure it's at the back of everyone's minds. That Phoenix Crossland one in the middle is beta as shit. That's not motivating me. I'm like, oh, what? The Knights want to play a home final? I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Like, what's that got to do with anything?
Just that it's in the back of everyone's minds. Well, they should be thinking about just us this week. All right, man.
Well, the only way they get a home final is by winning every game to get to 5th. So, yeah, it's probably on their minds.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
And that would mean they want to beat you guys this weekend.
Because
they're
now,
not looking through
now
you.
they're 5th. What are you talking about?
He probably could play Sunday, but it wasn't worth the risk. Yeah, we're not going to risk
someone playing when they shouldn't.
when they shouldn't.
And why would they?
The long-term health of the player?
But that reads like, okay, we could maybe risk him if it was a knockout prelim. Make the final.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Then
a
he'd play
round
him.
fucking 20 game against the third, fourth last place side.
And if I'm reading it was like a training run when Jackson Hastings beat the Bulldogs 66-0, I can't help but agree with that.
Because it was 66-0.
So, yeah, probably felt like a training run. They're the worst quotes of all time.
Yeah, they were.
No wonder they got pumped again.
Mate, but they were trying to make them believable. But there's no way Jackson Hastings says that. So it's you've lost all credibility.
But
you agree with him, but he's not saying that.
There's shit. Who wrote these? Serralds? Was this you, bruh?
I mean, obviously the team is not great, but they've been way shitter than even last year. And he was meant to be the saviour. And I'm not shitting on him.
No, you're not shitting on him.
I'm just saying, like, I am always skeptical, whenever it's like, this is the next big thing, coach. Like, for me, and I can't remember.
It's a bit early.
I can't remember.
If they go shit next year, big trouble.
But when you're talking about, he's a great coach, it's like he was coaching as an assistant at fucking Penrith.
Yeah.
Luai's lost 9 games in his career. You were assistant coaching at fucking Penrith. No one was talking about Andrew Webster, who's gone over to the Wawas and has done a fucking job on Du Bois. To the point where Steve Kerr of Golden State coach fame is saying up the Waz.
He was.
Yeah.
Up the Waz on everyone's phone in New Zealand.
Yeah.
That's with the One Telecom, whatever it is. Obviously, they're a sponsor, but it's still a nice touch. Andrew Webster's done a job, a rugby league job.
Yeah.
And when you compare the two, bit of an issue at Belmore, I'm sorry to say. Little bit of an issue at Belmore.
Bit of an ish. Because defence, Eddie,
Wins comps.
well, but it's attitude.
Well, it is attitude.
It's attitude.
It's belief. It's desire. It's synergy with your inside and outside man.
And now Manly, right? We haven't had a great season. We haven't. That's fine. Fair to say.
We admitted it last week.
We admitted it last week because we are truthful in everything.
We're stand up.
Stand up. But if we, who haven't had a great season, are beating the shit out of your team, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's got anything to play for. Finals gone.
When the line was set by the bookies at 4.5, they're usually on the pulse.
They're pretty on the pulse, and we beat the fuck out of you. I tell you what, just to go back to Manly, that fucking stubby cooler can of cola can play rugby league.
Oh, he's a player.
Bro.
He's a footballer.
Bro.
Very impressive.
Opens. I already knew that, but he's playing at fullback. Ruben out. You get the drill. Couple of fucking times he had the ball. And
He looked dangerous.
He looked Like with
Electric?
Turbo out,
He
I
looked
wouldn't
electric.
mind seeing him at fullback a couple more times. Keep Ruben in the centres.
He looks electric. I tell you what, and this is no shot at KO Weeks, young footballer just trying to find his feet in the world, but there was a period there when Turbo was out and KO was thrown back there. I'm starting to see a stubby cooler Canicola who can do a job if Ruben's not around.
Yeah. Or Ruben in the centres, Stubby back to fullback.
Bang. Now we're talking rugby league.
Shout out as well to Gordon Chankam Tong debuting.
Hell of a footballer. Hell of a man.
Love it.
What a club.
What a club. Fucking great club. Shout out to the Dogs for the worst quotes of all time. Freddie, looking like he's got the Origin job again, Eddie, one more year.
I thought we'd already talked about this.
No, but this, I think it's a fish.
Oh, it's a fishy dish?
Yeah, well, I believe it is.
Listen,
Whatever.
we've been over this.
I think it's probably for the best.
Freddie, you started well. You've gone off the boil a bit. I think we just need to woo up, ignore the media. It's always going to be there. Fuck them. Just ignore it. Go Zan. Get on the piss with the boys. Bonding sessions. Bring them back. Let's loosen up. Loosey-goosey, loosey-goosey, loosey-goosey. Let's stop making weird selection decisions. Pick the fucking dogs. Pick the guys that bleed blue. And go from there. And you'll be fine.
The Wallabies obviously lost to France quite badly, and Fiji beat England, which is
now.
good.
What did I say? What did I say? What did we say a couple of months ago? Probably a month, maybe 6 weeks ago. Check the tapes. We said after we got humped by everyone in the Rugby Championship, couple of B-sides mixed in there as well, that the group stage match against Fiji could be much bigger than people are anticipating.
Yeah.
They've gone out there and fucking humped England on the
Dude,
way.
I saw some highlights, just a little bit of it. Semi-Radradra just baunting dudes. Like, just, bodos. So sick. So sick.
I'm worried.
Yeah. Look, I'm resigned.
You're not worried?
No.
Well, there's a Donegal over there that when you put it on, you might get worried.
Well, and a Barrow. A Barrow and a Donegal.
I don't want to be part of the generation that saw the Wallabies lose to Fiji at the World Cup, get bundled out. I don't want that.
No, I don't want that, Eddie. I don't want that. Unfortunately, the reality is, and I mean this with the utmost respect to the boys playing, as I spit accidentally, I've never felt less connected to a Wallabies side ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, the players,
So Eddie
the vibe.
Jones telling everyone to give themselves
Eddie
uppercuts
Jones
didn't do it? That didn't get
Eddie
the blood
Jones
flowing?
fucking wanting us to all suck the boys off, even though they haven't won a game, is a little bit hard to take. Hard to swallow, if you will.
Yeah, you'd rather spit sort of stuff.
Well, if you're not winning games, I'm not swallowing shit.
I'm not even putting it in there,
No,
let alone swallowing.
exactly.
I mean, get your fucking
But, like,
get your affairs in order.
we got humped by France overnight.
humped by France.
Didn't even know they were playing.
South Africa humped the All Blacks.
They did.
There's some results overnight.
Yeah.
Can you get them up over the weekend, Toblik? Because there may be a couple we missed. Did Ireland lose?
I'm interested in what's going on here, but it's all just a little bit like it's hard for me to get hard when you guys don't win games. It just is. That's the way it goes. Are we still fans? Yeah. Are we still supporting? Yeah. When the whips are cracking, we'll be there. When it all starts, we'll be there. But, like, it's fucking 41-17.
41-17 against France. We were absolutely humped.
England
into
lose
the
to
core of
Fiji for the
earth.
first time, 30-22. Italy beat Japan. Scotland beat Georgia.
Ireland beat Samoa
beat
just 4 points. Again, you don't really know what sort of sides people are rolling out here. Argentina did the
Beat
dirty
Spain.
on Spain.
And maybe that's the same with the Wallabies. But I mean, from the chat groups I'm in, it seems like
But
it was
South
just a
Africa
loss.
defeating New Zealand 35-7 was pretty big.
I know, and I hate South Africa, so I don't want them to win another World Cup. That's a problem.
They
I
would
have.
move to 4, Tom, if they were to win.
Are they third? They got 3.
Them and New Zealand both got 3.
Fuck.
I know.
Oh, they won the last one, didn't they?
They did win the last one.
Those fucking bastards. Well,
It's starting to heat up, but I will
not
say,
for us. It's not.
No, but I will say this. Besides the fact that you and I not in the business of swallowing right now, the World Cup on the whole is looking pretty goddamn juicy.
Yes.
You've got New Zealand losing to South Africa. Yes, I know it's a trial, not the point. It still sets up some narrative and some yarn. Australia stink, sets up a blockbuster against Fiji to make it out of the pool. You've got France, who are hosting the goddamn thing in really nice form. I think they won the Six Nations. Then you've got Ireland sniffing around, only just beaten Samoa, but still pretty good. England suck, which is great for all of us. Scotland beat England in the Calcutta this year. I think they've won the last couple. They're looking pretty fucking good. It's got a bit of juice, a bit of panache about it. Obviously, Czech in charge of the Argentinians. He loves a cup. They could go deep. There's narrative and yarn, Tom, and that's got me horny.
Yep.
And that's something.
It's something.
That's something.
And again, if the tournament's good, great. Like, listen, if Australia start winning games, my mouth opens up again and I'm sucking. But
Will you suck for a Georgian win? Handy.
no, handy. Risky for a Georgia win.
Yep.
Is it Georgia? Is that who it is?
Georgia.
Or Portugal or some shit?
I think we've got. Is it Georgia first? Maybe I'm wrong. Who have we got? Portugal. We got Portugal and Georgia, I think.
I thought it's 4 in a pool.
5. We've got Wales, Fiji, Portugal, Georgia, I think.
Yeah, we start with Georgia.
Yep.
Okay. Risties for Georgia.
And Portugal.
And Portugal.
And then we start to get to that mouth work.
Yeah.
And butt stuff for Wales.
Listen, maybe Eddie is still sharking. He got Japan to beat South Africa. Maybe he's just sharking everyone. I'm prepared to say jury's out.
Here it is. This is public record stuff. Eddie Jones has my full and unwavering support and belief until he doesn't have it anymore, which would basically be us getting bundled out in the pool stage of the World Cup. That would be when belief and love and support is lost.
It is completely gone.
But up until that point, he's got it.
Yep.
He has to.
Yep.
We are 0-5, though, under his tutelage,
which
is not great.
Not 0-5 either. 0-5.
Not Owen Farrell. 0-5.
Yep.
0-5.
Correct. Now, before we go, worth noting, because I think a couple of, like, whether it was last week or whatever, we were talking about the Spanish football president who kissed the chick on stage. Yeah. And I think we'd read somewhere that it was like that the chick didn't care or that she didn't mind. It has since come to light that she absolutely didn't fucking like it. And I just thought that was worth mentioning because if she didn't like it, then that's fucked. But I swear, and I think the guy's even being accused now, the dude who kissed her, of like misrepresenting her words, saying she fucking was all good with it.
So that was his quote.
I don't know. I can't remember. But
because I remember seeing that being like, he's got his hands on her head.
On her head.
It looks a bit much.
And now the way that it's all come out, like they're all basically refusing to play unless this guy fucking leaves. And like refusing to represent Spain. There are certain male players that are refusing to represent Spain. Like everyone,
unless this guy in charge, the head of football, goes.
And then I think Dribbler, like I feel like he's now starting to suspend players and shit. Like he's sort of fighting back, trying to paint himself as a victim.
Jesus, it's all fucking happening over there.
Yeah, it is. But like, talk about just a shit show after a World Cup win.
No, you should be bathing in glory.
But like, from the coach who everyone hated to this guy that everyone hates, the poor chick whose father passed away after the win. Or before the win, it's just it's an absolute.
FIFA have suspended Luis Rubiales, the president, for 90 days while they do a deeper investigation at the moment. But yeah, it seems like it's a bit all over the shop, to be honest.
Pretty rogue though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, because they're Spanish and European, and I don't understand, it's slightly culturally different. And the report was that the initial report that we'd read was that she was like, oh, it's just, it fucking is what it is, or like it was a thing of passion in the moment. I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's just a European thing. But as it has continued to evolve, you're like, oh, no, this ain't European. This is fucking just...
This is a piglet on
This
the
is
loose.
just a piglet on... And not even a piglet. This is a naughty boy. Because piglets was how we described ourselves at the start of the show.
So a bad boy.
A bad
man.
Slime ball.
Slime
ball on the loose.
Yeah.
Anyway, thought it was worth just clearing that up.
I think it's nice that you cleared that up, Tom. I think that's an appropriate thing you've just done there.
Yeah, thank you.
Clearing things up.
Now, before we wrap things up and head to the airport, our chat on SEN this week is with the great and powerful Jai Arrow, South Sydney footballer.
What a man.
If you were expecting that we were going to be asking any questions about what's going on at South, you are wrong. We aren't there trying to fucking... We're not journos.
Not our racket.
Good yarn with Jai, though.
Great yarn with Jai.
Good fella.
Shout out to Jai.
That will be on SEN on Tuesday night, 8 p.m, and then it'll be available on their app all week, and then full one out next Sunday on the YouTubes and the podcasts. Shout out to Marky Boris, who we had last week. Marky B, friend of the show.
Big fan of Marky B.
Quick reminder as well, between the hours of 5 and 6 p.m. tonight, Monday, the whatever it is, 28th of August?
It's 28th, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Breakingtheyips.com, Hacker Major, tickets on sale. These things fly off the shelves, so make smart decisions. Then Thursday, 6 p.m, hellosport.shop.
The last of the last of the last of the last of the last. Punters and dribblers, pink rosé cord. Get in while the getting is good.
There'll be more prompts on the socials, links in bios, et al, et al. But I think that's us.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Could you two just not talk anymore?